All right. Hey, everybody. Welcome back to my channel. This is Rob here, and we're back talking more Walking Dead Season 11. We are now on episode 13. It is called Warlords. Gotta tell you, they just keep really doing, I think, a fantastic job at making the Commonwealth story way more interesting than I really felt like in the books. I enjoyed it again. I've kind of gone over this, but they keep finding little interesting ways to tell the stories just slightly different. And even if it is a little gimmicky, they've never done anything this kind of tongue-in-cheek or meta. Like, I don't even know if that's what you want to call the terms for these kind of things, like 1 week ago, and then flipping that and going 1 hour, 1 week and 1 hour ago. Like, they're having fun. It feels like the show is having fun again, being made, and I kind of feel like maybe the last couple of seasons or so, for some of you, haven't really felt that fun. And so, since we're trying to have fun here at this channel, if you like what we're doing here, don't forget to hit the like button and the subscribe button as we get into this, because this is just another kind of brief of this and what I thought of it. Yeah. So right up front, what I want to talk about is something that I feel like the show has really been missing. Like, for real. We've gotten a lot of people that have come onto the show, but I gotta be honest, it hasn't all been like, one of the great things about the Walking Dead comic, the stories, is the unique characters that come and go. And I just feel like during, like, even in Negan's run as the big bad, yeah, you had Simon, but a lot of them were just there, faceless, just to die or be super over the top, and it wasn't always enjoyable. And the Whisperers, I know that there are big fans of Samantha Morton and Alpha, and I forget, it's on the tip of my tongue, the guy from Sons of Anarchy playing Beta. I don't think they did a bad job. There's something, I don't know. I miss, like, I missed some of the characters that we used to get, even in like one shots. And I think that's one thing that this season, and a little bit once they introduced Princess, I think this show has really gained a lot, and that is, we've gotten some really interesting characters to follow and watch again. With Lance Hornsby, and now you got guys like Toby Carlson, or the person who plays Stephanie and the person who plays Max. I'm interested now a lot more in what's going on. The perfect casting of Mercer, the perfect casting of Princess, who, like in the book, a lot of these characters, they're on the page, but they just don't always translate as well as when you can get a really good actor to flesh out these parts. And especially like today in this episode, you not only have Josh Hamilton again being awesome as Lance Hornsby, who again is a threat in the books, but like, it's way more. You get a good actor who can shine, and you can elevate all of that. And it happens again this week with Jason Butler Harner coming on to play Toby Carlson. And I mean, I've seen this guy in a lot of things, but for most people right now, like, if you want to shoot the earliest memory, it's Ozark, where he played a real nasty FBI agent who was, when they talk about, people being as bad as the criminals, like the heroes, the people that are in charge, like, he really was menacing and weird and unique on Ozark. And here he brings this guy that, like, has so many levels to him, you know what I mean? Like, the way that they reveal what this character's all about and who he's been and what he's trying to be and how even this guy can be manipulated by Lance Hornsby, but once he's manipulated and goes into that mode again, this character, this actor, just nails this part. Plus, we get to see Michael Biehn in something again. You know, he's been in The Mandalorian. I remember him. First time I saw him, kind of for the first time in a while, was way back with, I think it was Terror Planet, the Robert Rodriguez, Quentin Tarantino, like, you know, the double feature of Death Proof and Planet Terror. I think he was in Planet Terror, and I was like, man, where has Michael Biehn been? Well, he's being pretty good in episodes like this as the head warlord that Aaron and Toby and Gabriel are supposed to kind of try to convince to come to the Commonwealth. And that whole part of the story is fantastic. You know, Seth, oh man, I have his name here. Where is it? Yeah, Seth Gilliam, another person who's just gotten way better as the story's gone along, and he has outlived his book counterpart by a little while now. So they can kind of go wherever they want with him now. And Aaron, I love seeing Aaron back in his kind of old role as bringing people in, and then having that thing that he's good at be tainted in this episode by what Lance and Toby get up to find these guns, right? And like I said, the coup's coming, and everybody's like, why do they need guns? And I'm a little like, do the math. How long have you guys been out here? Like when you see somebody making a power play. But anyway, that being said, when talking about the power plays, you got Maggie as well in this a little bit. And I do like that, you know, she kind of sees what her influence has had on her own community. And the choices that she's made have kind of shaped her community. And her suddenly changing her tune after seeing like what she experienced out there with Daryl and that group of the Reapers, all right, is maybe the way that she's been doing things is pretty too far and too rash and gonna get a lot more people killed because she's so, you know, angry. And she's justifiably angry. But now that people are starting to turn and she's making different choices and they're all kind of looking at each other like, what do we do with that? We've always done things like this. But I also think that she does kind of learn a bit more also from Lydia, the way that she talks to her. So, and Lydia is a character that I just never warmed up to because there's just there were too many other characters that lay by the wayside, so that this character who, you know, does play a part in the end game, really, you know, without Carl, it's just not the same. It's just not. But it's a tribute to the actress that plays Lydia. You know, they gave her some good stuff this week, and I think that hopefully, I actually want to see Lydia make it out of this, because some kid from this has to be the one that, you know, sees the end of the road if it's not going to be Carl. So Lydia's as good as any. But to go back to the main story here, right, which is Toby Carlson's assassin character that nobody knows is an assassin until they reveal it like pretty late in the game. That he's kind of out there like he's running the kind of show that Aaron's a part of, you know, and they go in and they, you know, try to help. And now Lance is trying to tell him, I need the assassin. And nobody knows. And you know, the way that he kind of plays it dumb a little bit, you know, where Seth Gilliam's like, what are you talking about? This is going to get us all killed. And it's all just a front to get everything in there because they kind of know what's going to go on. This is not a friendly expedition, really. This is to wipe out threats, to find their stuff and wipe out threats. And even though, like, one of the parts about this story that I love is really looking at it from Michael Bihn's character's perspective of when he's telling them, I've got a responsibility. We've been hearing this a lot in the show lately, from Maggie feeling responsible to Negan feeling responsible for his group. This guy talking about his group. Everybody's talking about how they were trying to do the best for the people that they were protecting, and they've had to all do things throughout the years to do that. things are horrifying. Our group has done horrifying things, and yet we forgive them every week because we love them. We make it justifiable, and then the way that the other characters are written, there's always some way to justify it because it's self-defense. But then there's times where you see these kind of stories pop up, and you realize they're no different than our group in a lot of ways. Every group is no different than our group in a lot of ways. You just might have somebody more extreme like Negan who, inspired these people by force or fear. Whoever, like the Reapers had loyalty. There's all kinds of reasons to follow people, and maybe they're not always good ones, but just because those people might be doing bad things, it just shows like a lot of this is a matter of perspective. Especially at this time. I mean, this kind of, our world right now, of course this doesn't fly. We actually still are holding on to the rules that are set up, right? The rules and everything. But you can see little cracks in it every once in a while around this country and other parts of the world. It's just slightly. But I really, really like that. But still, the stand-up performance by Jason Butler Harner, it's just fantastic. And the way it's just all revealed and how he didn't want to be an assassin anymore. And he was kind of like this guy that was out there. But there's also the other guy, just like the Hulk. Inside, this guy, Toby, is the assassin. And when the assassin comes out, holy moly. And then he just goes full stormtrooper by the end of this because Aaron and Gabriel can't have any part of this. And then you get the big surprise, which is actually a big surprise to me, is Negan showing up with a little mini group of people. He's been busy already. I guess it shows that his charismatic charm can get a bunch of people together. How long has he been gone that he did all this? I guess it's probably been enough time for him to find some stray people and set up like what looks like a rescue mission, or like he's on the fringes of our group or something, or he's maybe trying to get away from our group and can't get away from our group. Maybe we'll go further, but with the Maggie Negan spinoff coming, I guess we're gonna finally. Is that gonna be a cage match like by the end? Like only one can leave the island. But anyway, I really thought that this was just another fantastically crafted show with fantastic acting. They're really going for it, and keep it up, Walking Dead. You are really starting to bring this show home in the way that I really want you to. And don't stop trying new things just because you might piss off a few people. This is a good way for like new directors and new writers and new actors to actually cut their teeth and get noticed in a final season. And boy, oh boy, are we getting a good one. So anyway, like I said, if you like what we're doing here on the channel, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe button. Check out some of our other content as well on Smirking Reviews. We'll be back next week. Have a great day. Bye.